St. Mary's College, the 176th Commencement Ceremony. Please stand as you are able for the national anthem and remain standing afterwards for the invocation. The national anthem will be sung by graduating senior Andrea Lindbach.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Good afternoon. Buenas tardes y bienvenidos a todos. I am Sister Veronique Wiedover, President of the Sisters of the Holy Cross, a graduate of St. Mary's College, and a member of the Board of Trustees of St. Mary's College. It is my privilege to welcome you on the behalf of the board to our 2023 Commencement Ceremony. It is always a day of mixed emotion for everyone here. The graduates of the class of 2023, I hope that you not only enjoy and celebrate your successes and achievements, but also remember and thank those who are celebrating with you, your family, your friends, and members of the St. Mary's community who have accompanied you on your journey to today. Ahora comenzaremos nuestra ceremonia con la invocación. So we will now begin our ceremony with the invocation. Provident God, we gather today to remember all you have been for us and to celebrate this milestone in the lives of the graduates of St. Mary's College. We give thanks for the many graces you have bestowed upon the class of 2023. As they are called by name, may you know that their Holy Cross education has indeed prepared and empowered them to be persons of intellectual vigor, aesthetic appreciation, religious sensibility, and social responsibility. We pray in gratitude for the Sisters of the Holy Cross, founders and sponsors of St. Mary's College, for all who have contributed to making the education of these graduates possible. We remember in a special way today faculty, staff, administrators, and trustees who support the mission of this cherished institution. Mary, seat of wisdom, grant these graduates to be strong and a transformational presence in the world, and to always act with integrity, love, compassion, and so strengthen God's reign of justice and peace. Amen.
Please be seated. Good afternoon. I'm Katie Conboy, president of St. Mary's College, and I, too, welcome all of you to the St. Mary's College 2023 commencement exercises. As we begin today, I would like to read the college's land acknowledgement. We wish to acknowledge and honor the Native people and their traditional homelands on which we stand today. We particularly recognize the Pokagon Band of Potawatomi and the Miami, who have been utilizing this land and its resources for many years and continue to do so today. With deep gratitude, we acknowledge the Native people and their culture within our community, as well as acknowledging the land upon which we gather, pray, learn, and work. Graduates and honored guests, this day is the culmination of so much hard work on the part of students and many sacrifices on the part of families. It's our opportunity, all together, to celebrate their accomplishments and to send them off with all the pomp and circumstance they deserve. We're honored by the presence of our dignitaries on the platform party, our honorees, members of our Board of Trustees, our faculty, and Sisters of the Holy Cross, as well as all of you, parents, grandparents, friends, and loved ones of the class of 2023. Thank you all for coming and enjoy this wonderful day.
Hello, I'm Julianne Wallace, the Vice President for Mission. Lumen Christie is Latin for Light of Christ. The Lumen Christie Award is the highest honor that St. Mary's College confers upon an undergraduate student. It is presented each year to a member of the senior class who is an outstanding person of faith, someone who has excelled in leadership, and who has had a deep and good effect on the St. Mary's community. Our recipient is rooted in faith, leadership, and service. Her witness of faith began early in her time at St. Mary's as she went through the preparation and process of being fully initiated into the Catholic Church. Every day, she witnesses the love of God in the world and in her life in a way that is not simplistic or cliched. She talks openly and honestly about the twists and turns in her sense of self and her experience of God in the world. She received the gift of faith and let it grow in her, recognizing that an evolving faith takes time, challenge, and openness. Not only a witness in faith, she is a witness in leadership, serving the college on President Conboy's inauguration committee in 2021, and as the president of the Student Government Association this year, as well as being an Embody Theology intern. Our recipient is also passionate about service on campus and in the local community. As SGA president, she acknowledged and prioritized community service for all clubs on campus. Off campus, you could find her volunteering at Our Lady of the Road, feeding breakfast to the homeless in the South Bend community. Throughout her service to the college, she carefully integrated determination for the work, as well as a commitment to joy in all her experiences. One nominator said of our recipient, "As I see it, she has done what the Lumen Christie Award looks for. She has been a transformative force for good on our campus." This year, our recipient was featured in one of our donor challenge videos for our annual Day of Giving. In this video, she manifested, as she put it, that one day she is going to return to St. Mary's as our president. We hope that each of our graduates leaves here with both that kind of ability and capacity to dream that big. It is an honor and a pleasure to acknowledge Angela Martinez Camacho to be the Light of Christ Award and to bestow on her the Lumen Christie, the 2023 Lumen Christie Award.
Hello, I'm Colleen Hoover, Associate Provost and Dean of Graduate Studies. The Mataliva Award is the highest award the college confers upon a graduate student. The recipient, selected from the cohort completing advanced degrees, is recognized for scholastic distinction and exceptional achievement. This year's Mataliva Award recipient is a student in the dual master's degree program in Autism Studies and Speech-Language Pathology. During her time at St. Mary's, she has been a leader both inside and outside of the classroom. After nearly 90 hours of academic and clinical coursework, she earned the highest overall GPA in program history. Her professors describe her as a student whose classroom contributions not only distinguished her as an exceptional scholar, but also elevated the educational experiences of all in her cohort. Outside of the classroom, she was a founding member of the college's Graduate Student Association and worked to build community amongst graduate students while advocating for their concerns. As a student clinician, she led social skills groups for middle and high school students on the autism spectrum. She helped Logan Center launch our region's first peers social skills group for young adults on the spectrum. She also served as a peer mentor in the college's Mentoring Initiative for Neurodiverse Students, or MINDS program, in which Autism Studies graduate students provide mentoring for St. Mary's undergraduates who are on the spectrum. Her capstone project grew out of her work with the MINDS program, her passion for supporting young people on the spectrum as they transition to adulthood, and especially for helping them develop the social skills they need to succeed in college, employment, relationships, and other areas of life, led her to develop and implement a social skills curriculum tailored to the needs of St. Mary's undergraduates on the spectrum. This curriculum is now in its second year of use in the MINDS program and will continue to benefit St. Mary's students for years to come. In recognition of her scholastic distinction and exceptional achievement, we are pleased to honor Megan Wilcoxon with the 2023 Mataliva Award.
Good afternoon. My name is Barb May. I'm the Provost and Senior Vice President at St. Mary's College. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce the class of 2023 valedictorians. The remarkable accomplishments of these three students is a testimony to the valedictorians' emotional and an intellectual intelligence, skills, as well as their dedication to hard work and perseverance. It also speaks to their ingenuity in creating their own paths through the many opportunities that St. Mary's afforded them. These three individuals represent a range of majors, including education, neuroscience, and statistical and actuarial mathematics. All three also identified and participated in various opportunities to apply their learning, whether it was through work in the classroom in Uganda, a career cancer research lab, or with the St. Joseph County Department of Health. They contributed in meaningful ways in all of these settings. In addition, they have taken opportunities to lead through participation in activities and positions such as the Dialogue Project at St. Mary's, president of the Future Women in Healthcare Club, leading spin classes, and as an officer of the Math and Science, Computer Science Club. In short, they not only found their way at St. Mary's, they have taken opportunities to lead and enhance their learning experiences outside of the classroom. We celebrate their accomplishments today. I will briefly introduce them here and ask you to hold your applause until all have been introduced. A detailed biography of each valedictorian can be found on the commencement website. Emily Morin. Emily completed her Bachelor of Arts in Elementary Education with mild intervention licensure K through 6. Emily is from South Bend, Indiana. Cheyenne Rangel completed her Bachelor of Science in Neuroscience with a concentration in neurobiology and a minor in chemistry. Cheyenne is from Munster, Indiana. And Natalie Voling. She completed her Bachelor of Science in Statistical and Actuarial Mathematics and a minor in Spanish. Natalie is from Crystal Lake, Illinois. Please join me and give them a warm round of applause to our valedictorians.
Thank you, Barbara. 4 years ago, we all made the decision to come to St. Mary's. Unprepared, we all moved onto campus, crossing our fingers and hoping for the best. As we began to navigate the road ahead, we stopped at some interesting pit stops that we did not see coming. For example, we didn't know that we would be shuttled between Notre Dame and St. Mary's by a small blue bus called Blinky. Yes, there may only be like 8 seats, but you quickly learned you can actually fit about 20 girls in there at the ripe hour of 3 a.m. We didn't know that we would be finally old enough to purchase alcohol at the very exciting age of 21. But we'd still be going home to sleep in our twin-size bunk beds. And you could imagine those two often don't pair well. We also didn't know the importance of a Sodexo chicken nugget night and the joy it brings on a random Wednesday night. We, as well as the whole world, also did not know we would miss spring 2020, attending classes online from our bedrooms all across the country. Despite all of that, we are sitting here today on the very campus that has housed some of the greatest memories and grew our best friendships. Now, I came in as a first year thinking, science is cool, biology seems like a good degree. But man, I did not know the marathon I was about to run. Here at St. Mary's, we biology students get to make families and generations of Drosophila fruit flies. And yes, those are the same fruit flies that infest your bananas. We also spent hours learning how to draw hexagons, which you all may know as a subject called organic chemistry. Getting my degree was no easy feat, and in all seriousness, I would like to especially thank the biology and chemistry professors who have provided us with endless knowledge and encouragement. I think a lot of these professors might have seen me in their office more than they saw their spouse on some days. From the amazing faculty who challenge us, to the campus coordinators of special event staff who give us so many community events, to the dining hall staff who makes our iced coffee every morning, to the cleaning staff and outdoor staff who makes our campus beautiful, to campus safety, who catches the wild bats that sometimes sneak through our windows. Whew, we've got it good here. There are so many more who I have not listed, who have endlessly supported us these past 4 years. From myself and the class of 2023, we truly thank you for helping us to get here today. St. Mary's has paved the path for us to navigate the past 4 years in this environment of comfort and community. So, we're comfortable. We have our hands here, a hard-earned bachelor's degree in our hands, almost. But now what? Now what? How are we going to pave our next path? Where am I going to work? How much money am I going to make? I found myself asking these questions. Even as the valedictorian, I'm elated that all my hard work is paid off, but now what? Then I remember how lucky we all are to be in a position to ask these questions rather than having to ask, where am I going to sleep tonight? What am I going to eat tonight? Now what? You can imagine how many people that are not sitting here today who have gone through this battle. I know one person sitting here, though, who has. Someone who raised me to have everything better than he did, and that's my dad. Where the question, now what, truly defined his early life. My dad came to this country from Mexico at a young age without a lick of English or a dollar in his pocket. Raised by a single mother, working countless hours in the factory, left my dad no choice but to raise himself. And you can imagine how raising yourself goes in the streets of South Chicago. By the time he reached 18, he faced that same exact question. Now what? When everyone around him was imprisoned or dead. Now what? When he had nobody to count on. I know South Chicago may not seem like a comfort to many, but this was my dad's comfort, and he left. He left those streets that raised him and turned that now what into an opportunity of exploration because you don't know what comes next. The streets of Chicago were not his finish line. And this question took him along different journeys across the world. So what was next for him? Serving our country as a United States Marine in South Korea and Japan. Enrolling into college despite barely passing high school. Graduating valedictorian in college. Getting married, having kids, getting divorced, married again, divorced again. Okay. All right, I better stop there. Sorry, Dad. But the point is, this crooked path of accomplishments and mistakes through the midst of the unknown never stopped my dad. There is no finish line because he allows the question, now what, to be an opportunity rather than a stopping point. No matter your circumstances, keep asking yourself, now what, and see where it may take you. So don't define yourself by crossing the finish lines, because the leaps and bounds to get there are of such great value. You may find yourself crossing the finish line, but looking around and seeing empty bleachers. You finally got that promotion, but you missed out on so many memories with your friends and family. You finally got that cute Instagram picture, but you missed out on a cherishable moment. You were finally named valedictorian, but each of those grades came with a lot of sacrifices and memories missed. In retrospect, this finish line for me was not what defined my experience at St. Mary's, but I did allow my grades to drive a lot of my experience here. I don't have regrets, but I do wonder how my relationships would have been different without chasing academic perfection. As I move on from St. Mary's, I hope that I, as well as everybody else here, can chase a dream without any wonders of what could have been. Now, I'm not deterring you from hard work, or else I would not be standing here today. But I am insisting that you pause and remember that crossing that finish line will be a feeling of emptiness if you let that end goal define your life and stop asking, now what? Think about a time when you did cross that finish line. Could be small, like earning an A on that exam or buying those shoes you've always wanted, or something bigger, like sitting here right now. What do you remember the most? Crossing that line or the journey that got you there? I know that for me, it is not all the studying that led me to this honor, but all the laughter and memories with my friends along the way. So don't chase success. Chase your dreams and success will follow. Don't chase money. Chase knowledge, as it will always be of a greater value. And don't chase comfort, as life does not begin until you step out of your comfort zone. Don't chase the finish line. All right, but seriously, now what? What's going to happen when we all walk off this campus? I could tell you that we're all going to walk out of here and change the world. But if you know me, you know I'm not going to do that. Instead, I'm going to tell you that what's next for us is a world of people and knowledge and opportunity. And it is up to us to get rid of the many distractions we have in this world and look around. Look to challenge yourself. Take that leap off this campus and out of this comfort zone that we call St. Mary's. Don't take the straight path that seems safe. Instead, make your path a roller coaster of twists and turns in every direction. Maybe you'll vomit along the way, come off the tracks, lose some of your nuts and bolts, but the end of the tracks will be full of memories and fun. Now, before I send you off with a cheesy quote, I would like to ask, who here has seen the movie The Outsiders? Okay. Well, before you go change the world, please watch it. But in this movie, there's a scene my dad loves to quote when the characters band together to fight for their late friend, Johnny. One of them exclaims that we will do it for Johnny, or as my dad says, we'll do it for Johnny. If we do anything at our house, we do it for Johnny. Well, Dad, I hate to break it to you, but this one is not for Johnny. This one's for you, Dad. I promised myself 4 years ago that nothing would stop me from standing here today, just as you did in college 30 years ago. I recognize all of your life sacrifices that got me here. This one is also for my mom, who worked 5 jobs through the day and night trying to raise 4 girls. This one is for my stepmom, who loved me as her own. And last, this one is for my 3 beautiful older sisters who didn't get this opportunity to go away for college, but sacrificed a lot of their experience to stay local and to help raise me. This one is for all of you who sacrificed so much for me to even stand here today. As we walk across this stage today, take a look around and recognize those who have sacrificed for you. Whether or not they're here with us today, take this moment to appreciate them and how they have helped you with this feat. Now back to that cheesy quote I promised. Marie Curie, the renowned woman physicist who discovered the elements of radium and polonium, once said, "Nothing in life is to be feared. It is only to be understood and explored." Class of 2023, do not fear. Just explore. And never stop asking once you've crossed that finish line, now what? Thank you.
Wow, we could just stop there. Thank you, Cheyenne. That was absolutely amazing. We're now going to move to our presentation of the President's Medal, and I would like to welcome William Schmuel to stand before us. Sister Veronique's going to join you. From time to time, the President's Medal is given to honor exceptional contributions to the life of St. Mary's College and to the larger community. This year, we are delighted to honor William Schmuel. Bill Schmuel's relationship with St. Mary's is as long and balanced as any of the financial statements featured in his accounting classes. Much like accounting procedures that you may know, I think they're LIFO and FIFO, last in, first out, first in, last out. I think we have first in, last out when it comes to you, Bill. You remain engaged, active, and dedicated until the books are closed. Your association with the college began in 1973 as an adjunct professor in the Business and Economics Department. Then, in 1976, you generously took a 2-year leave from your corporate job to chair the department, ultimately transitioning the business program from essentially a secretarial major, complete with a room full of typewriters and courses on learning shorthand, to a highly respected academic degree. A calm presence during this major transition, your good eye for talent put the department in a strong position for success that remains in place today. You had a very successful business career at Bristol Corporation and at Haywood Williams USA Incorporated. And then you answered a second call from St. Mary's in 1996, sharing your expertise on our board of trustees. During your tenure as a trustee, you served on every committee, as well as in the positions of board treasurer and board chair. And although you officially retired in 2006, you continue to serve as trustee emeritus, faithfully attending meetings and supporting the college in any way you can. In the words of a former colleague in the business department, anything Bill does, he takes it seriously and sees it through to the end. Our students also benefit from your expertise as you continue teaching introductory and intermediate classes for our undergraduate students. You and your wife, Lori, a 1968 St. Mary's alumna, generously established 2 scholarships and a fund in the areas close to your hearts: early childhood education, social work, and business and economics. Your commitment to education and philanthropy isn't limited to St. Mary's. Many organizations in the greater South Bend community benefit from your time and your talent. In recognition of your remarkable influence, both inside and outside the classrooms of St. Mary's, your significant and lasting contributions to our Board of Trustees, and your incredibly generous spirit, I am honored to present to you William Schmuel, the 2023 President's Medal.
Thank you.
I have an actual medal for you right here.
Great, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Now it is my distinct pleasure to introduce our honorary degree recipients. Gretchen Flicker. Perfect. 30 years ago this very week, St. Mary's celebrated commencement with the class of 1993. You, Gretchen Flicker, were among those graduates sitting where our students are today, ending your time at St. Mary's and readying for a new life journey. You probably couldn't have imagined that journey would bring you back down the avenue this weekend for another degree. Armed with your baccalaureate in mathematics and business administration, you began your professional career while earning your Master of Business Administration from the University of Chicago Booth School of Business. You then entered a distinguished 21-year career at Dimensional Fund Advisors LP, rising from the regional director positions to the vice president of institutional sales and service for the sub-advisory services division. In that position, you built and managed a dedicated team that grew the company's North American institutional sub-advisory assets under management to over $20 billion. This type of growth happens only with a strong leader at the helm, one with significant financial acumen and the ability to inspire others to reach their goals. This business skill set was also incredibly important when you answered the call to become a member of our Board of Trustees. You were already connected to the life of the college as a member of your reunion gift campaign committee and the Mataliva Society steering committee. With your husband, Doug Twisselman, you created the Flicker Twisselman Fund for Student Research, expressing your passion for students and their intellectual pursuits. As a trustee, you were fully involved and engaged in the board's work, serving on various committees, then as treasurer, vice chair, and finally chair of the board. You willingly made countless trips from California to South Bend for college functions and were very present in the life of the college. With your strong and collaborative leadership, you helped St. Mary's through a presidential transition, that was mine and I'm grateful, and a global pandemic. In the words of a fellow trustee, Gretchen has such a strong love for the college. She always led with heart for what was best for St. Mary's and her students. Because you have maintained a tenacious love for St. Mary's College over the last 30 years, because you have made St. Mary's proud through your exemplary career, and because you shepherded the college through extraordinary transitions, St. Mary's College is pleased to bestow upon you, Gretchen Ann Flicker, honoris causa, the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters. Dr. Ida Stockman. Academic, scientist, pioneer, supporter, advocate, mentor, trailblazer. As we reach the pinnacle of our careers, most of us would consider ourselves blessed to have just a few of those descriptors attached to our name. However, for you, Dr. Stockman, they fully embody your prolific research and work and your significant impact in the field of speech-language pathology. Generations of students, educators, clinicians, and their patients have been and will continue to be influenced by your contributions for decades to come. Over the course of your impressive 4-decade career, the areas of autism spectrum disorder, the interface of human machine learning and development, speech and language development, and typical and atypical development of children who speak African American English have all benefited greatly from your work. Of equal significance are your contributions to diversity in these fields. You have been a leader in DEI work for decades, and these efforts have not gone unnoticed. At Michigan State University, where you spent the majority of your career, you were the first and only African American woman to receive tenure and promotion to full professor in the Department of Communicative Sciences and Disorders. And you are among a small number if the students are going to start clapping, I'm joining. And you're also among a small number of African American professors to have accomplished this in any department at Michigan State. Although you retired from teaching in 2007, Michigan State honored you just last year, creating the annual Ida Stockman Speaker Series on Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion. The Michigan Speech, Language, and Hearing Association also recognized your impact, creating the Ida J. Stockman Achievement in Diversity and Infusion Award. Quoting the association, your contributions have infused diversity within the curricula and have shaped clinical training and practice. But they weren't finished honoring you. This year, they bestowed their highest award upon you, the Honors of the Association, for your sustained and outstanding accomplishments in the field. This is given to individuals who, through their expertise and ongoing service, make significant impact on persons with communication impairments. Your influence is vast, Dr. Stockman. You are an inspiration to your colleagues with brilliance, kindness, and constant support of others. Because of your remarkable body of academic work, because of your vast and positive influence and tireless contributions, and because you profoundly changed the practice of speech-language pathology, St. Mary's College is proud to bestow upon you today, Dr. Ida Stockman, the degree of Doctor of Science, honoris causa.
You're supposed to be reading these.
I welcome Molly Burns to come forward. St. Mary's College exists to educate students as faithful leaders of moral imagination and civic commitment, people who will build community, strive for justice, lift up the least advantaged, and collaborate to steward our planet. You, Molly Burns, fully embody this vision. You have harnessed your passions for cartography, for the environment, and for the Catholic faith into a powerhouse for good. You identified and responded to the world's needs, and you are not only an example of faith in action, but you are also a positive change agent for the future of humankind. In 2015, Pope Francis' environmental encyclical Laudato Si provided the world with rich perspectives related to sustainable development and land use. But for you, Laudato Si validated urgent needs that you had already identified. You created your nonprofit, Goodlands, to help communities manage their properties for environmental, social, and financial impact. The Catholic Church, the world's largest landholder, was the immediate beneficiary of your work. By mapping the church's vast properties in an enormous and daunting undertaking, you have provided visual data to assist the church in future decision-making and strategic planning. This information will transform the way the church responds to the threats of climate change, environmental degradation, and the resulting impacts on human life, including mass human migration. Combining faith, environmental stewardship, social justice, and technology, this is brave and unprecedented work that has received international coverage and well-deserved acclaim worldwide. With intelligence, courage, and an integrity formed by your strong faith, you continue to expand your vision, a vision with the church as a future leader in conservation, a major player in climate change, and a global actor leading the charge to protect our planet and care for its people. These are lofty aspirations for a 32-year-old, but you began this work when you were significantly younger. We hold you up as a great example for today's graduates who long to change the world in their own ways. Your achievements are a reminder that when we see a need, we should just roll up our sleeves and get to work. Because you have served our church and our world, because you have sought to protect our planet and to advance humankind, and because you are a faithful and fearless servant leader for social and environmental justice, St. Mary's College is proud to bestow upon you today, Molly Burns, the degree of Doctor of Letters, honoris causa.
Hello. Hey, let me begin by congratulating all the graduates. Thank you to all those here who have supported you on your journey to today, and for the Board of Trustees, President Comboy, and your community for allowing me to share in celebrating your accomplishments, and the tremendous honor of joining the St. Mary's family with an honorary degree. Whether you are completing your undergraduate degree or you came to St. Mary's to continue your growth with a graduate degree, you are celebrating a wonderful moment of completion. And I hope to send you off into the next stage of your life with something to ponder. Why is the bad so loud when the good is so pervasive? All around us is good and beauty, and yet sometimes we have difficulty silencing the bad. You have completed an educational goal today. You spent the years leading up to this moment being challenged, facing painful, lonely moments, quiet desperations, and joyful, noisy celebrations. You've engaged in campus activities. There have been internal adventures of your soul and mind, and perhaps external journeys that have taken you far from home. This is tremendously admirable and not a small feat. I pray for all of you that the pervasive good always makes itself more noticeable and remarkable in ways that drown out the bad in your lives. You know there is truth here. The good is pervasive, but the bad can be so loud. whether the bad shows up in the world around us or inside our own heads. And I hope one thing you take away from your St. Mary's College experience is what I'll call discernment. Discernment is the ability to hear and respond to the quiet, still voice of God. Discernment allows us to hear injustice and suffering, which are some of the real and important bad things in the world to listen to. Yet discernment at the same time allows us to listen to these and never lose hope that we have the ability to change them. It allows us to find the courage to do so. Discernment can help you understand that it is not important to listen to a disturbing TikTok video or a mean meme, that it's not important to dwell on that internal voice that tells you if you are walking out of here with less than a 4.0 grade average, you need not excel. You need to be above people who say that women who speak their minds are not pleasing, that masculinity is not compatible with emotionality, or that you're too strange or short or tall or fat or thin or smart or dumb or your hair's too long or short. No. Don't pressure yourself. Don't pressure yourself to have the perfect career lined up shortly after you walk out of here and side hustles at the ready. But don't worry, you're in good company if you do not have a plan. Many past graduates, including myself, have been there. Extra credit if you are an adult learner or a super senior, or even a super senior. The strength and fortitude required for this next chapter of your life will require cultivating ecologies of care and compassion for yourselves and those around you. It will require discernment and the ability to step away from the noise into peaceful silence. Taking the time to look around and listen to that quiet, pervasive good will be essential. If you are a traditional age undergraduate finishing college in your early 20s, I'm just a decade older than you. And I can see that no previous generation has grown up with the ubiquitous noise of today. It can be a struggle to not let it overwhelm. So, let's look around right now. To your right and to your left. Look at the people around you. Look at this beautiful campus. I'm looking around and I see so much good. Now, if you will, look back with your mind's eye centuries to the soil we stand upon today. The home of the Pokagon Potawatomi, who have been using this land for thousands of years and continue to do so today. Let us zoom out from our individual selves and selfies to this community space and region and consider the complex palimpsest of the place and our relation to it. On this land and below the foundations of these buildings is a complex geographical dialectic of good and bad, of grave injustices that we should never forget and always seek to heal, of courage and cooperation, of halls that educated generations of previous students and housed their beautiful transformative moments, of everything, everywhere, all at once. Some of this history you know well. Around 180 years ago, in this place we are today, the Sisters of the Holy Cross arrived. Not long before, Father Edward Sorin and a small group of priests had set out to the northern Indiana wilderness to found what would become Notre Dame University. 4 intrepid sisters followed them from France. And if you have not thought deeply about the 19th century, I can guarantee that any hiccups you may have had with TSA and travel while getting to South Bend pale in comparison to their arduous journey to this location, across the ocean overland without motor vehicles or airplanes, and yet somehow they made it. They arrived bringing the Holy Cross mission to respond to the needs of the time and prepare the world for better times. They carried faith that would help generations to come grow and gain spiritual, intellectual, and emotional maturity, as well as fortitude to not lose sight of that pervasive good that surrounds us all. Here we are today on the same land, and I see the class of 2023, independent, strong undergraduate women from all over this country, and even as far as Ghana, who have reached a major milestone, a college education, a milestone that women were denied less than 2 centuries ago, and that too few have the opportunity to reach today. I see students with a rich diversity of backgrounds whose differences create a unique tapestry that is a profound part of the identity of St. Mary's. I see graduate students, women and men, who represent an expansion of the educational opportunities offered at St. Mary's. I see Sisters of the Holy Cross still present and sponsoring this college and carrying forward the mission of those 4 sisters who arrived here first so many years ago. And I see so many who have supported the graduates, friends, family, instructors, staff. The good is pervasive. For women in particular, that loud bad I mentioned can sometimes be very loud. So I want to offer you special words of encouragement today to keep journeying forward in the face of obstacles. For men, I encourage you to make a commitment to removing these obstacles where possible for women. And for all of you, I hope you can make the commitment to empowering those whose opportunities have been limited as part of your own life and work. My journey has involved a number of obstacles and ups and downs. My path began in my late teens with a simple idea that grew out of my work in soup kitchens and homeless ministries. Buffalo, New York's landscape, where I grew up, is littered with unused properties and abandoned spaces. The city contains food deserts and a large homeless population. Where some saw only urban blight, I saw possibility and the opportunity to transform these neglected spaces to promote human health and flourishing through making land work for good. Community gardens, rehabbed buildings for housing. At the same time, I realized that all the missions and ministries of the church can be tied back to land. If you want to feed the hungry, you must grow that food somewhere. If you want to house the homeless, well, you need a shelter to house them. If you want to give drink to the thirsty, you need a clean water source. If you want to promote peace, you must prevent the destruction of natural resources. You can mitigate illness and promote physical and mental healing if you have a clean and beautiful environment. In 2015, Pope Francis recognized the connection of the well-being of the earth to the well-being and good of all people in his encyclical Laudato Si. The possibilities are immense in property, and those possibilities inspired me to co-found my first company in 2013. Grow Up is an indoor vertical farm that to this day provides fresh, healthy, organic produce year-round in Western New York. My co-founders at the time were older, much more experienced, and working with them gave me a glimpse into the power of social entrepreneurship. It showed me how hard work, cooperation, and innovation can bring to life an idea and make a difference. At the time, I was discerning religious life with the Benedictine sisters in Erie, Pennsylvania. And as I looked out at their monastery's vast lawn, I dreamed of edible food forests, ecosystems restoration, and verdant, life-giving landscapes that could support all the sisters' missions and ministries. I pursued a graduate degree in ecological design with dreams of making land work for good by becoming a park ranger nun or a farmer nun. I was hopeful that I would find a major religious order with a mission for conservation and environmentalism. As my own graduation approached, I felt like I was running up a mountain, ready to meet my park ranger sisters at the top, but when I got to the top of the mountain, there was no one there. It was intimidating. I had to figure out what was next. I decided to work on a project that would enable the Catholic Church to truly use her lands to implement Pope Francis's vision of ecological stewardship and carry all of our missions forward. So I founded Good Lands. The idea that a then 25-year-old whose dreams were about as big as a nice garden plot would be able to convince one of the world's largest landholders, the Catholic Church, to transform its property, to support its mission, to make land work for good, may have seemed impossible. But I was and remain deeply committed to this lofty goal. What ensued has been an adventure that has taken me from the slums of Nairobi to the halls of the Apostolic Palace in Rome, from couch surfing with generous strangers to multiple audiences with Pope Francis. I followed the Jesuit mantra to see, discern, and act, knowing that to transform our stewardship of the environment, we must understand the environment, and maps are the best tool for this. I led a team in this process to create the first global digital maps of the entire Catholic Church, premiering them in the Vatican, providing a new vision of her people and presence in relation to the planet. And the journey continues to this day. So, how does this relate to you, new graduates? I've shared my story because you too will encounter opportunities and setbacks as you move forward through life. If college was more of a struggle than a breeze for you, it was not easy. If college was new to you and your entire family, if you are one of the significant number of first-generation students here, it was not easy. If you had to balance work and study, it was not easy. If you are a graduate student balancing family, a career, and undergraduate loans, it was not easy. And college, for most of you, involved the most collectively traumatic event in recent history, the pandemic. That was not easy for anyone, and I applaud you all for the effort you made to get through it. And here you are today, celebrating a monumental achievement. As you go forward, think creatively about how you are uniquely poised to further the good around yourself and others by using your knowledge and skills, by dreaming big, by making good noise with your life to compete out the loudness of the bad. I invite you to prepare yourself for challenges instead of running from them. Embrace them as part of your journey. Move forward with love and faith, and may you always discern that which is good and true. Congratulations to the class of 2023.
Are you ready? It's your turn. President Convoy, I present to you the candidates for the graduate and undergraduate degrees in course. I certify that they have fulfilled all the requirements for their particular degrees. And I ask that you, on behalf of the Board of Trustees and with the recommendation of the faculty of St. Mary's College, confer upon them the degree which each has earned.
I just see him prepping here. Okay.
Good afternoon. My name is Tracy White, and I am the Senior Academic Advisor here at St. Mary's College. I have the distinct pleasure of reading the names of all of the graduates today. Graduates, remember that as you return to your seat, a photographer will take your photo with you holding your diploma. Audience, out of respect for each graduate, please hold your applause until all of the names for each degree have been read so that everyone may hear their name as it is announced. For the degree of Doctor of Nursing Practice, Casey Crawford Brighton, Family Nurse Practitioner, in absentia. Zainab Mohammed El Husseini, Family Nurse Practitioner. Emily James Forney, Family Nurse Practitioner, in absentia. Laura Kunimbo, Family Nurse Practitioner. Kelly Nicole Lip, Adult Gerontology, Primary Care. Ann Maza Crow, Family Nurse Practitioner. Bansi Mwangi, Family Nurse Practitioner. Yumi Otska, Family Nurse Practitioner. Olivia Carradine Rhodes, Family Nurse Practitioner. Renee Lynn Schutze, Family Nurse Practitioner. Devin Matthew Sullivan, Family Nurse Practitioner. Gina Lavana Thornton, Family Nurse Practitioner. Jillian Sophia Witt, Adult Gerontology, Acute Care. Ellen Martha Ray, Adult Gerontology, Acute Care. The degree of Master of Autism Studies is conferred upon Kathleen Marie Brewer. Emily Lauren Jezik. Isabella Irma La Femina. Michaela Sarai Lenzillo. Megan Carol Martin. Rebecca Lynn Seitz. Lucero Varela Zavala, in absentia. Kelsey Louise Verhovey. Megan Wilcoxon. The degree of Master of Science is conferred upon Emma Valeria Alt, Speech-Language Pathology. Kathleen Marie Brewer, Speech-Language Pathology. Madison Sean DeHennens, Speech-Language Pathology. Sarah Fletcher, Speech-Language Pathology. Kayla Haritas, Speech-Language Pathology. Caitlin Harris, Speech-Language Pathology. Catherine Quinn Hazley, Speech-Language Pathology. Claire Elizabeth Hatton, Speech-Language Pathology. Miranda Nicole Hettinger, Data Science in absentia. Emily Michelle Hoffer, Speech-Language Pathology. Katie Rose Huskins, Speech-Language Pathology. Emily Lauren Jezik, Speech-Language Pathology. Elena Lynn Kriegel, Speech-Language Pathology. Erin Therese Lacourte, Data Science. Megan Carol Martin, Speech-Language Pathology. Madison McCullough, Speech-Language Pathology. Megan Marie McNamara, Speech-Language Pathology. Elizabeth Medina, Data Science. Isabel Catherine Minnick, Speech-Language Pathology. Vivian Nguyen, Speech-Language Pathology. Emily Elizabeth Paul, Speech-Language Pathology. Lindsay Michelle Pelletier, Speech-Language Pathology. Molly Paige Ryan, Data Science. Zanaya Naomi Scanyers, Data Science. Jillian Joy Sager, Speech-Language Pathology. Ashley Nicole Sherman, Speech-Language Pathology. Hannah Marie Spohr, Speech-Language Pathology. Manuel Steele, Data Science. Lucero Varela Zavala, Speech-Language Pathology in absentia. Alexia Carolina Velasquez, Data Science. Kelsey Louise Verhovey, Speech-Language Pathology. Megan Wilcoxon, Speech-Language Pathology. I do need to let you know that the honors listed in your commencement program is based on each student's cumulative GPA at the time of printing, which was prior to the end of this semester. Final degree honors, which is what is reflected on the diploma, is determined after the student has successfully completed all degree coursework and graduation requirements. Again, please try to hold your applause until all the names have been said. The degree of Bachelor of Arts is conferred upon Emma Marie Abrahamian, Theater. Georgina Aqua, Elementary Education, magna cum laude. Aaliyah Anderson, Psychology, summa cum laude. Grace Anspaugh, Humanistic Studies, in absentia. Karsten Reese Barna, Communication Studies. Taylor Marie Bean, Communication Studies, cum laude. Kelsey Josephine Buys, Communication Studies. Nicole Elizabeth Bilyak, Creative Writing, Communication Studies. Mackenzie Bledsoe, Political Science, cum laude. Allison Eileen Boggs, Speech Language Pathology. Rachel Borg, Speech Language Pathology, magna cum laude. Maura Claire Boyle, Psychology. Sydney Marie Brooks, Speech Language Pathology. Peyton Wynn Buss, Elementary Education, summa cum laude. Kendall Jane Carnes, Global Studies. Alexia Jasmine Seha, Global Studies. Maya Nicole Cepeda, Speech Language Pathology. Maggie Jane Clancy, Speech Language Pathology, summa cum laude. Genevieve Olivia Coleman, Literature in English and Creative Writing, Secondary Education, magna cum laude. Grace Kathleen Conlon, Literature in English, Secondary Education, magna cum laude. Fiona Elizabeth Connolly, Philosophy, cum laude. Mariah Marie Contreras, Psychology. Lillian Mary Corso, Communication Studies. Juliana Bailey Cortez Martinez, Psychology. Amelia Elizabeth Crow, Communication Studies, cum laude. Jaden Daher, Literature in English and Creative Writing, summa cum laude. Libby Rose Dembski Detcher, Political Science, magna cum laude. Eliza Yvonne Dubjaleski, Communication Studies, Gender and Women's Studies, summa cum laude. Diana Isabel Dorantes, Psychology. Sarah King Downs, Psychology. Claire Elizabeth Doyle, Elementary Education, summa cum laude. Maura Colleen Doyle, Psychology. Cara Christina Dunn, Psychology. Sydney Nicole Ellis, Global Studies, magna cum laude. Mary Carolyn Elsinger, Global Studies, History, magna cum laude. Clarissa Guadalupe Espinoza, Communication Studies, Gender and Women's Studies, summa cum laude. Christina Esposito, Psychology. Riley Catherine Evaston, Psychology, cum laude. Emma Elizabeth Feller, History, cum laude. Zelia Alicia Pena Flores, Computing and Applied Mathematics. Isabel Ann France, Mathematics, Secondary Education, cum laude. Jessica Freeyear, Sociology, magna cum laude. Francesca Marie Giuliano, Gender and Women's Studies, Religious Studies, and Theology. Olivia Elizabeth Goodwin, Psychology, cum laude. Gethsemane Gordado, Global Studies and Spanish. Haley Marie Gustad, Elementary Education, magna cum laude. Josephine Santina Haas, Spanish Secondary Education, summa cum laude. Emma Haig, Humanistic Studies. Julia Margaret Hannigan, Creative Writing, magna cum laude. Margaret Claire Harper, Speech Language Pathology, magna cum laude. Shannon Rose Haverty, Literature in English, Secondary Education, cum laude. Kirsten Simone Hayes, Psychology. Catherine Marie Hopkins, Communication Studies. Margaret Mary Hopper, Elementary Education. Jessica Lee Hudson, Psychology. Caroline Marie Jakalski, ISDM, Psychological Healthcare. Sinai Jimenez, Speech Language Pathology. Jakayla Lanice Johnson, ISDM, Youth and Community Nonprofit Outreach. Jessica Lynn Joyce, Speech Language Pathology, magna cum laude. Jacqueline Hunko, Global Studies. Sophie Keller, Psychology. Alexis Marie Kilcoyne, Creative Writing, summa cum laude. Elliot Castelny Hurley, Mathematics, Secondary Education, cum laude. Ashley Rose Cracker, Speech Language Pathology, summa cum laude. Elena Kraus, Mathematics, Secondary Education. Karenna Ann Lamb, Sociology. Isabel Orion Latch, Speech Language Pathology, cum laude, in absentia. Olivia Madison Lauk, psychology. Madeline Grace Law, literature in English, communication studies, summa cum laude. Delia Lopez, communication studies. Angeline Lorenz, history, secondary education, cum laude. Cassandra Loza, gender and women's studies. Dixie Lucas, psychology. Ashley Ann Lurkwin, psychology. Emily Jane Mack, elementary education. Sarah McLaughlin, statistical and actuarial mathematics. Abigail Marie Mayday, communication studies. Paige J. Madden, philosophy, humanistic studies, cum laude. Anne Elizabeth Maher, environmental studies, communication studies, summa cum laude. Hannah Maharis, elementary education, magna cum laude. Trinity Marie Marshall, communication studies, magna cum laude. Anna Frances Martin, speech language pathology, magna cum laude. Brianna Marie Martinez, physics. Angela Michelle Martinez Camacho, sociology, psychology, cum laude. Anna Mason, art. Hannah Mathis, psychology, sociology, summa cum laude. Caitlin Mary McCann, global studies, Spanish, magna cum laude. Megan Ann McIntyre, elementary education, magna cum laude. Caledonia McLeod, elementary education, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Mendez, global studies, summa cum laude. Alexandra Victoria Mesquita, statistical and actuarial mathematics. Abigail Louise Middendorf, speech language pathology, summa cum laude. Catalina Ann Milbrand, physics. Casey Miljenovich, psychology. Ashley Jean Miller, communication studies, summa cum laude. Anna Marguerite Mojica, psychology, magna cum laude. Emily Nicole Morin, elementary education, summa cum laude and co-valedictorian. Molly O'Mara Mullet, computing and applied mathematics, magna cum laude. Ariel Munoz, global studies, cum laude. Catherine Yarmaine Murray, elementary education. Janet Nantambwe, elementary education, magna cum laude. Mariela Navarez, speech language pathology, Spanish, cum laude. Alexis Nunez, elementary education. Julia Claire O'Grady, speech language pathology, summa cum laude. Nina Palma, speech language pathology, magna cum laude. Megan Kathleen Palmer, literature and English, secondary education, summa cum laude. Madeline Pascal, psychology. Adriana Kekoa Pataxel, political science. Courtney Ann Pelletier, psychology, cum laude. Mackenzie Pepper, elementary education, magna cum laude. Magdiel Perez, elementary education, magna cum laude. Neil Perkins, communication studies, in absentia. Alexandria Perns, communication studies. Kelsey Marlene Patron, computing and applied mathematics, cum laude, in absentia. Alexis Janelle Polite, sociology, magna cum laude. Anna Quinn, sociology, cum laude. Shania Quintana, global studies, cum laude. Crystal Ramirez, global studies, political science. Grace Beatrice Reed, psychology, summa cum laude. Caitlin Renee Reba, elementary education, cum laude. Catherine Elizabeth Reisner, communication studies. Jamie Lee Roberts, psychology. Vahali Rodriguez, environmental studies, economics. Roberta Ann Ross, psychology, cum laude. Madeline Grace Rozepka, speech language pathology, summa cum laude. Kayla Ann Sachs, elementary education. Elena Sarmiento, psychology, economics, summa cum laude. Audrey Rose Schluter, history, secondary education. Sophia Marie Severson, sociology. Christina Rose Shaded, communication studies. Erin Margaret Shea, psychology, sociology, summa cum laude. Riley Seitz, psychology. Savannah Brooke Smallwood, Sociology, Political Science, summa cum laude. Annika Kirsten Smith, Mathematics, summa cum laude. Gabrielle Jane Solar, ISDM, Health and Human Services. Delaney McKay Stacy, Creative Writing. Bridget Ann Flynn Starner, Psychology. Scout Nicole Steinheiser, ISDM, Environmental Education. Sarah Stevenson, History, Humanistic Studies, Gender and Women's Studies, magna cum laude. Brittany Stewart, ISDM, Sustainable Fashion. Erin Lynn Steiner, Political Science, History, magna cum laude. Sophie Lane Stratton, Speech Language Pathology, magna cum laude. Emily Ann Strauss, Elementary Education. Madison Suslin, Literature in English and Creative Writing, summa cum laude. Cecilia Joyce Swanson, Psychology, cum laude. Annika Marie Sweetland, Communication Studies, cum laude. Sophia Taskey, Global Studies, Political Science, summa cum laude. Mia Lauren Tobar, ISDM, Health and Human Services. Anai Torres Vega, Global Studies, Psychology, magna cum laude. Michaela Marie Trumbla, Sociology. Marissa Ann Underwood, Philosophy. Shannon Vergara, Psychology, cum laude. Anna Volpe, Art. Jocelyn Walters, Spanish, Secondary Education, cum laude. Emma Rose Watford, Psychology. Brianna Marie Willison, Communication Studies, cum laude. Hannah Kathleen Fritz Yeager, Literature in English, Secondary Education. The degree of Bachelor of Business Administration is conferred upon Julia Larkin Allen, Accounting, cum laude. Reese Kaneko Allen, Business Administration. Elizabeth Therese Anderson, Marketing, cum laude. Catherine Barnes, Business Administration, cum laude. Emily Ann Bennett, Accounting, magna cum laude. Aaron Taylor Bennett, Marketing, cum laude. Julia Ann Bobaski, Business Administration. Julia Marie Brett, Business Administration. Olivia Faustina Busk, Business Administration, magna cum laude. Hannah Margaret Kavanaugh, Accounting, magna cum laude. Camille Ann Conan, Business Administration, magna cum laude. Gabrielle Leanne Courtier, Business Administration, magna cum laude. Anna Grace DeMars, Business Administration, Statistical and Actuarial Mathematics, cum laude. Carmen Denja, Marketing, cum laude. Anna Doyle, Business Administration. Nicole Christine Drummond, Business Administration, Economics, magna cum laude. Sophia Grace Fleming, Business Administration. Nancy Galindo, Business Administration. Megan Elizabeth Galvin, Marketing, magna cum laude. Brianna Geary, Business Administration, magna cum laude. Sydney Nicole Hayslip, Business Administration. Madison Mabel Hansen, Marketing. Erin Lynn Harrington, Business Administration. Claire Catherine Hemmelgarn, Business Administration, cum laude. Alyssa Michelle Hernandez, Business Administration, cum laude. Hannah Eve Hulskamp, Accounting. Elise Mary Karaman, Business Administration, magna cum laude. Sydney Lynn Kaspersky, Business Administration. Madison Elizabeth Canary, Business Administration, magna cum laude. Stephanie Marie Lee, Accounting, cum laude. Leslie Jane Lynch, Accounting, magna cum laude. Grace Ann Marcaselli, Marketing, magna cum laude. Morgan Louise Martin, Business Administration, cum laude. Jessica Rose Massano, Business Administration. Mary Catherine Mahalik, Accounting. Gabrielle Jolie Miles, Business Administration, magna cum laude. Nicole Lynn Murphy, Business Administration, magna cum laude. Molly O'Shea, business administration, cum laude. Sarah Fagan Page, business administration, cum laude. Catherine Peak, accounting, cum laude. Shayna Warner Rosenbaum, business administration, cum laude. Emily Ann Rush, accounting, magna cum laude. Emma Rose Scheibert, accounting, magna cum laude. Hannah Shoemake, marketing, cum laude. Ioana George Skiadopoulos, accounting. Sarah Francis Steve, accounting, summa cum laude. Mary Caroline Joy Sturm, marketing. Maria Catherine Hugo, accounting, magna cum laude. Hillary Nicole Zimba, business administration, summa cum laude. The degree of Bachelor of Fine Arts is conferred upon Grace Ann Aubrey, magna cum laude, in absentia. Elizabeth Gangwer, magna cum laude. Hannah Elizabeth O'Farrell, summa cum laude. The degree of Bachelor of Music is conferred upon Megan Grace Gould, music education, magna cum laude. Andrea Ann Lindback, music education, magna cum laude. Kaylin Gabrielle Murphy, music education. The degree of Bachelor of Science is conferred upon Rachel Lois Adams, mathematics. Kayla Ambrose, mathematics, magna cum laude. Angela Raquel Bannon, computing and applied mathematics. Grace Isabel Beauchamp, physics and applied mathematics. Kaylin McHugh Borger, biology, magna cum laude. Alexis Marie Bodish, biology, magna cum laude. Jillian Elizabeth Bowen, mathematics. Jenna Nicole Bauman, biology, magna cum laude. Abigail Frances Brown, Physics, cum laude. Madeline Brown, Chemistry. Diana Cervera, Biology, Art. Lucille Alice Chamberlain, Biology, cum laude. Megan Irene Juelin Coliantes, Chemistry, magna cum laude. Kathleen Ann Connick, Physics. Julia Lorraine Crowley, Chemistry, cum laude. Lydia Rose Caesar, Computing and Applied Mathematics. Krista Dockery, Neuroscience. Alexis Christine Duke Schur, Biology, magna cum laude. Belen Flores, Chemistry, cum laude. Genevieve Marie Gianetti, Neuroscience. Annika Gilman, Biology. Paige Sophia Hayes, Biology, cum laude. Anna Elise Hager, Mathematics, summa cum laude. Avery Rose Higgerson, Biology, cum laude. Abigail Marie Hauser, Chemistry, Mathematics, summa cum laude. Varsha J, Biology, Psychology, magna cum laude. Mary Jo Johnson, Biology. Rebecca Jones, Biology. Callie Ray Jungles, Biology, summa cum laude. Caroline Agnes Kopak, Biology, cum laude. Kelly Elizabeth Crone, Biology, magna cum laude. Hannah Noel Larkins, Biology. Elnora Mariner, Neuroscience, cum laude. Kathleen Franklin McLeod, Mathematics, cum laude. Haley Josephine Meyer, Chemistry, magna cum laude. Olivia Milnamo, Biology. Brooke Elizabeth Montgomery, Biology, cum laude. Annabelle Rose Murray, Biology. Brandy Nicole Mize, Biology, summa cum laude. Catherine Mary O'Connell, Chemistry, cum laude. Tiana Phillips, Biology. Clara Prassy, biology, magna cum laude. Cheyenne Rangel, neuroscience, summa cum laude and co-valedictorian. Eleanor Riddell, biology, summa cum laude in absentia. Claire Anna Ruddy, mathematics. Hannah Sanchez, computing and applied mathematics. Jennifer Schrader, neuroscience. Maria Elizabeth Carol Shute, physics. Sky Sharp, biology, cum laude. Aranza Sabrina Sierra, mathematics. Jane Elizabeth Jawahar Sipneski, biology, magna cum laude. Colleen Joelle Tepeng Valencia, computing and applied mathematics, magna cum laude. Natalie Elizabeth Bowling, statistical and actuarial mathematics, summa cum laude and co-valedictorian. Samantha Vorderer, physics. Mackenzie Weaver, chemistry. Alexandria Weiss, chemistry. Alexa Marie Zazy, mathematics. The degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing is conferred upon Alyssa Nicole Aguilar. Grace Genevieve Bennock. Iknor Bular. Isabella Monroe Burke. Elizabeth Bahi Campbell. Sophia Mary Campos. Alma Rosa Carrillo Flores. Kira Lanita Chong. Josephine Marie Sheravino. Mackenzie Dean, cum laude. Margot Hufford Deely. Aaron Alexis Dotson. Bryn Elick. Emily Marie Farley, summa cum laude. Caroline Marie Foster. Caitlin Joan Fox. Megan Michelle Galgano, cum laude. Nina Michelle Ganti. Juliana Josephine Giatti. Claire Louise Hawkinson. Sabina Aniela Jeroman. Anna Maria Campi. Catherine Ann Kanapke, in absentia. Chloe Elizabeth Kerr, magna cum laude. Lauren Elizabeth Lambros, cum laude. Trang Tan Lee, cum laude. Skylar Leach. Graciela Christie Lintner. Grace Mahan. Allison Jade McPeak. Ashley Giselle Moreno, summa cum laude. Emily Mariette Moriarty, cum laude. Catherine Rose Murphy. Jillian Dale Nalapinski. Cindy Sarai Nunez Gomez. Gianna Marie Pusateri. Sarah Elizabeth Rashline. Madeline Elizabeth Rongers. Hannah Marie Ripma, magna cum laude. Rosalie Francesca Sorrentino, cum laude. Cassidy Nicole Swartz. Brenna Grace Taylor. Christina Marie Thomas, summa cum laude. Samantha Grace Viome. Michelle Ann Zeiger. The degree of Bachelor of Social Work is conferred upon Therese Rosemary Diamond with a second major in Humanistic Studies, summa cum laude. Galilea Falcon with a second major in Spanish, cum laude. Brianna Jewel Gray, summa cum laude. Citlali Guadalupe Horado. Isabel Nakoa Pataxel. Isabel Angelina Reed, summa cum laude. Suzanne Alejandra Rivas. Hannah Danielle Roberts. Caitlin Eliza Ward, cum laude.
I think we should have a big round of applause for the whole class. And we're almost done, I promise. But I do have a charge for the class. My dear graduates, when you came to St. Mary's, you brought with you many talents and gifts. And during your time here, you've shared those gifts with our community. You've explored your beliefs, sharpened your thinking, honed your craft, developed your practice, built your muscle memory. You've been open to change, to the special magic of the classroom, the studio, the laboratory, the chapel, the clinic, the theater, the playing fields, all the sacred spaces of this campus and the surrounding communities, and for some of you, the international community. This work has made us proud, and I hope it has made you proud. Whether you're an undergraduate or a graduate student, you have grown and developed during your journey here. At this moment of change and entering the unknown, I thought you might like to hear what Sister Mataliva, yes, Sister Mataliva, told alumni when they returned to campus for a reunion in 1959. I love this particular passage that's not that often quoted by her. Your own futures, she said, so full of promise and expectation, all ride at anchor for the moment here, but only for the moment. Life bears you out to sea on many tides, on diverse and conflicting currents. Sister Mataliva then reflects on one of the great works of Western literature, the Aeneid, where the central character literally ships out into the unknown. She describes how Aeneas flees from his home, quote, carrying his household gods over tempestuous waters to a strange new world. The word new, she notes, has a double significance. The Latin shores that received Aeneas were new to him, but reciprocally, he brought to them a new vitality, a new culture. This is the journey, the mission of every college graduate everywhere, always, to bear the vitalities of youth to a world awaiting them. I'm going to repeat her last lines. Bear the vitalities of youth to a world awaiting them. So bear your vitalities to the world that's awaiting you. Sister Mataliva made those remarks over 60 years ago in a very different world. But I think her words still resonate in new ways in our increasingly global society. In a world of deeply linked cultures where you will find exciting and unexpected shores, whether you go back to your hometown, to the next town, or halfway around the world. Take what you've learned here, go out in the world and make a difference. You can do this in small ways or in large ones, in local or global contexts. Be bold. Think big. Raise your voices with civility and a spirit of dialogue in any space that requires it. Solve real problems. Excel and create community in your professional and your personal worlds. Work for justice. Lift up the marginalized. Embrace new challenges and new opportunities. Keep stretching. Keep growing. Keep the faith. In short, bear your vitalities to a world that is awaiting you. I hope you have great discoveries wherever the tides and currents of life take you, and also that those tides turn and bring you back often to your alma mater. Congratulations.
This ceremony will end with the recession. The stage party will exit first, and students will follow. Students will end the recession in front of the Student Center. Audience members, please remain in your seats until the recession is complete. First, though, will the graduates please stand and sing The Bells of St. Mary's, led by graduating senior Kaylin Murphy.
Oh, bells of St. Mary's, we always will love you. With your inspiration, we never will fail. Your chimes will forever bring sweet memories of you. So proudly ring out while we sing for you and for me. Saint Mary's, we hear your voice calling. Your old girls, your young girls, the girls you Thank you.